Hi everyone, it's me, Jordan Long here, and today I'll tell you how it's like why I do not deal with Doubleright. Oh, you shouldn't be putting anything in your films or live streams or shorts. Well, don't worry, because there's nothing in my films, live streams, or shorts that you have ownership or Doubleright over. You know, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. Yeah, because a lot of folks will say, well, Jordan, why you never gotten a bind of ownership in Doubleright on any website you ever been on, which includes YouTube or Uway? And I'll tell you why. Because I'm not putting anything in my films or live streams or shorts that are owned and double-righted by someone else. And even if I had the means to do so, I still would not do it. You know, it's a way of shielding oneself. Now there's a thing called work naming when the website's tool happens to see that you got work in that you got someone else's work in your film, live stream, or short. Or we'll say a podcast, but you really ever only hear them, you never see them. Well, that's not a strike. And I'm not worried about that because that has happened from time to time. The Doubleright strike, that is what I'll never get in a bind with. Someone will never show up, and they'll never say, oh, I see you got my work in your work. And if you don't take it out of your film, live stream, or short, or take that film, live stream, or short down, I'll flag you. Well, I don't have anything in my films, live streams, or short that you have ownership and Doubleright over. So unless you want to do double lie, which is lying about your ownership and Doubleright in someone else's work when I don't have it, you don't want to do that? Then great. And a lot of folks have this belief that fair work or fair doings or whatever it's called, because it has more than one name, they got a belief that if they had shifted the film, if they shift what was said, what was done, if they made fun of it or scathed it or gave their thoughts on it or whatever they did to it, they think, oh, now it falls underneath fair work. Oh, now it falls underneath fair dealings. No need which land you happen to live in. It is only a shield, but only after someone law worked you or some business law worked you over your film or your live stream or your short or whatever the work was, that they're saying that it's still their work, even though you say that you work some of their things. And only you or your lawyer or lawyers can say that, but you already have to be in a law bind with someone or some business over it for you even to say fair work or fair doings or whatever you want to call it. And I know a lot of folks out there are going to say, well, what about the other arms of it? Yeah, don't even get me started with the other arms or whatever in there, because they are also misleading too. You got outless work. Oh, there's no more ownership and Doubleright on this anymore. Is that so? And if that's cool, does that mean I can work with the Frying Fish and Unknowns? I mean, like songbooks. Oh no, it shifts out that the folks that got the rights to the talking book still didn't give up their ownership and Doubleright. Yeah, see? So you could run into a bind where the books might fall into fair work or fair doings, but then again, books are kind of this hard little stead. But I guess you could have it where someone's work, or at least a self, falls into fair work, but then someone else might still have ownership and Doubleright over it somewhere else, and you get in a bind with it too. Oh, well, what about public? So it's like, what about Creative Commons? What about crafting deal? Well, I got a crafting deal. You know, crafting asking. Oh, I don't want to work with it now. Why? Because I'd only work with it if it was forbidden for me to do so. But now, since you're saying I can work with it as long as some oversights are followed, well, fuck that. Hey, I'm not going to uphold those oversights on you even if you choose not to follow them. I don't want to work with that. See? That's what it comes down to, and I'll see you later.